Mark, the 6th chapter. Take time to read verses 35 through 44. I'm just going to read 36 through 38. These words are recorded. I'll start at 35. When it grew late, his disciples came to him and said, "This is a deserted place, and the hour is now very late. Send them away, so that they may go into the surrounding country and villages and buy something for themselves to eat." But he answered them, "You give them something to eat." They said to him, "Are we to go and buy 200 denarii worth of bread and give it to them to eat?" And he said to them, "How many loaves do you have? Go and see." When they found out, they said, 5 and 2 fish. I want you to repeat these words after me. You give them something to eat. How many loaves do you have? Go and see. That it's customary during this time for people to bring lunch. During this time. And if it's customary for them to bring lunch, then it's very possible that people had some food. But they only had a little bit for themselves. And so these people are living contextually under the Roman Empire and Roman oppression. And in the words of Naim Akbar, oppression is so pervasive that it's internalized by the oppressed and practiced on their own people. And so here, if we don't read a text like this, Justin, the people have lunch, but it's only enough for themselves. They are stingy with it. Like the disciples were. They are stingy. Like the empire under which they live. They restrict and reserve their resources. They say, I got mine, you got yours to get. That's what the empire says, and that's what these people have internalized. So Jesus invites them to fish differently, and feed differently, and fight differently. And so when they go and untuck their resources and give them to the master, the text says that he blessed and broke and told the disciples to set them before the people. And when the disciples set what they had before the people, then in my imagination they gave other people permission to set what they had before the people. They went into their resources that were also tucked away and set their resources before the people. And the more they set their resources, the more people came. And so literally another reading of this story could be that Jesus helped the people engage in the miracle of sharing. That's different fishing in a culture of rugged individualism. That's fishing differently in a culture of greed. That's fighting differently against an empire that consistently extracts from the people. And that's fishing and fighting and feeding with an Ubuntu understanding that I am because we are, and because we are, therefore I am. And when you share what you have and I share what I have, then the little we bring together can make an impact meeting the needs of the masses. And that's the word for us today. I know the needs are great, but the question is, what do you have? Go and see. Churches, what do you have? Institutions, what do you have? Jesus didn't ask them to go outside of what they had to meet the need. He instructed them to share what they already had. That's how you make, what do you have? Somebody is waiting to eat. I know we got breakfast in here this morning, but somebody don't know where their next meal is coming from. And they're waiting to eat with the resources you're restricting. Some community is right to be transformed with the resources you're restricting. Some child is waiting to be cared for with resources you're restricting. Some life is waiting to be changed. And watch this. What you have is enough.